But what about the free education? I know the PPP has education on its heart. Now, the free education being implemented.
Well, it's not free education that is
senior
important.
High school education.
It is not the free that is
the
important.
free SHS
It is the compulsory element that I am talking about, that the PPP is talking about, that the Constitution is talking about. That is what is important. It's, when you say it's compulsory, then it makes the argument about free or not free irrelevant.
Okay.
If our Constitution, mine and yours, it says free, compulsory. Once it becomes compulsory, then it is also compulsory on government to make sure that the resources are there for every child, no matter where they come from in the country, to go to school. This is what happens in America. That is what happens in Japan. It is what happens in the UK. And all these civilized societies where the children go to school and these nations are doing better than we are, going to school is a compulsory thing. And so they make sure that public schools are accessible to everybody. But it is also compulsory by force of law. Because somebody looked at me and said, but if I am a parent and I decide that I don't want my child to go to school, who should come and do something to me? So you don't live in a vacuum. Live in a society. And you must be developed so you can play a useful role in the society. When, there are studies that show that if you're able to sit in school, classroom for a certain period of time, you do better. You open your mind up some more. You become even more disciplined, and so on and so forth. You make better choices when you vote. You make better choices when you look for employment, and so on and so forth. Life choices become better. So you can't just say that because I gave birth to this boy or girl, they won't go to school. No, they are part of the citizens of this country. They must go to school, and it must be compulsory. So that is the difference between what I talk about, what the PPP talks about, and what other political parties also talk about. It is different from what is being offered by the MPP, by the NDC, and so on and so forth. We say compulsory, they don't want to say compulsory. Because people know that at the minute they will say compulsory, it will be an obligation to make sure that they do what is necessary for every child to go to school. Sometimes some people come. I don't want to mention their names. They have gone through school. They can read, they can write, they can do internet. They have jobs. They are doing well in life. They come and say, free education. How can we afford free education? Okay, so now today let me tell them they should forget free education. Say compulsory education. And let them come and now argue whether education should not be compulsory or not. Okay, if it's compulsory, something different. We can talk about that, we can argue about that, and then we'll see what is best for our society.